Hey, hello YouTube community. My name is John Peach, speech language pathologist with Come Talk With Me Speech Therapy Services. And I just want to do my part as we are going through this coronavirus crisis to present some material, some information for parents to use with their kids. Feel free to use it. It's a reading material, speech therapy learning material that you can use with your kids during this break. Okay? So what we're doing today, we are doing the Eric Carle reading series, and we're going to be doing 3 books. The first book is going to be The Very Quiet Cricket, which we're going to begin with today. And I hope you enjoy this and enjoy the activity, okay? Hang on. The Very Quiet Cricket by Eric Carle. One warm day, from a tiny egg, a little cricket was born. Welcome, chirped the big cricket, rubbing his wings together. The little cricket wanted to answer, so he rubbed his wings together. But nothing happened, not a sound. Good morning, whizzed a locust, spinning through the air. The little cricket wanted to answer, so he rubbed his wings together. But nothing happened, not a sound. Hello, whispered a praying mantis, scraping its huge front legs together. The little cricket wanted to answer, so he rubbed his wings together. But nothing happened, not a sound. Good Day crunched a worm, munching its way out of an apple. The little cricket wanted to answer, so he rubbed his wings together. But nothing happened, not a sound. Hi, bubbled the spittlebug, slurping in a sea of froth. The little cricket wanted to answer, so he rubbed his wings together. But nothing happened, not a sound. Good afternoon, screeched the cicada, clinging to a branch of a tree. The little cricket wanted to answer, so he rubbed his wings together. But nothing happened, not a sound. How are you, hummed a bumblebee, flying from flower to flower. The little cricket wanted to answer, so he rubbed his wings together. But nothing happened, not a sound. Good evening, whirred a dragonfly, gliding above the water. The little cricket wanted to answer, so he rubbed his wings together. But nothing happened, not a sound. Good night, buzzed the mosquitoes, dancing among the stars. The little cricket wanted to answer, so he rubbed his wings together. But nothing happened, not a sound. A lunar moth sailed quietly through the night, and the cricket enjoyed the stillness. As the lunar moth disappeared silently into the distance, the cricket saw another cricket. She too was a very quiet cricket. Then he rubbed his wings together one more time, and this time he chirped the most beautiful sound she had ever heard. The end. I'm happy that you have joined me for the reading of this wonderful book, The Very Quiet Cricket. It's the first in the series. And what I want to do now is a little bit of a worksheet that you can do with your kids to develop their speech as well as language skills, okay? So 1 minute. In our stories, we always want to identify the setting of the story or where the story takes place. In this case, it is in a field near a stream. You want to also identify the characters in the story. Baby cricket, cicada, praying mantis, locust, worm, spittlebug, bumblebee, dragonfly, mosquito, moth, and the female cricket. And of course, your main character is the baby cricket. Now the plot we'll get to a little later. Now here's the second worksheet or the second piece of information. This is designed for grades K to 3. And some of the vocabulary you want to focus on are words like very, locus, munch, froth. Very is an interesting word. It means the furthest extent of something. So, if someone is very tall, they mean they're the tallest. If they're very fast, you call them the fastest. Okay? Then there's locus. Locus is another interesting term. You can always do a comparison chart where you compare a locust to a grasshopper, its closest cousin. The difference between the two is that locusts fly while grasshoppers only hop. Okay? Munch is another great word. You might want to do some synonyms with that. And froth. What is froth? These are words that you can have your child probably draw pictures of it, right? And then later on use these words in sentences. You might also want to work on verbs such as chirped, wanted, rubbed, whizzed, whispered, etc. Verbs are interesting terms in that they can communicate things that happen in the present or the past. In this case, these verbs are talking about the past, and the ed on the end sometimes has a t sound, an id sound, or a d sound, and you want to teach that directly to your kids. In this case, chirped, wanted, and rubbed. Okay, you can highlight those verbs and how the endings have different sounds. Adjectives as well. You might want to try target are tiny, still, quietly, which is an adverb, silently, and even beautiful. Again, have your child draw some pictures of what they think these words mean, and then you can create sentences or even stories about them. Next, WH questions. Where did the tiny cricket come from? When was the cricket born? What animal did the tiny cricket meet first? Which animal said good day while munching on an apple? What was the spittlebug sitting in? Which animal hummed, how are you? What animal did the cricket see at night? How do crickets speak to each other? These are great questions to use to target right after you have read the story to see how much your child remembers from the story. And you can give them additional clues to help their memory, give them a context. For example, you might say, question 4 gives a cue. Which animal says good day? And you might add while munching on an apple. And that gives a kind of a cue to the child to think about maybe it's the worm, because they can associate munching on the apple with what happened, with what the worm did in the story. For your older kids, you might do some inference questions, such as, why couldn't the tiny cricket make a sound until the story's end? Or, why do you think the story is named The Very Quiet Cricket? Again, your child has to think about all the different aspects of the story, the plot, the actions, and then come up with the correct response. Okay. When it comes to sequencing, I have a series of sentences here which you can do with your child. Have them put the sentences in order as they happen in the story. The cricket rubbed his wings one last time and made a beautiful sound. The lunar moth sailed into the stillness of the night. The cricket sees another cricket, rubs his wings, but does not make a sound. The cicada screeched good afternoon. The locust whizzes good morning. So this is a sequencing activity. You can start with 4 sentences, 3 sentences, or even 5. The more difficult it will be. Sequencing is a great activity to do with your kids because you need that skill through all your subject areas, social studies, science, what have you. You need to be able to sequence things as they happen during the course of history, during the course of an experiment, etc. Okay? Finally, as speech-language pathologists, we target the production of several types of sounds. And here in this story, we have the th sound, we've got s blends, we've got ch and sh sounds, we've got s and z sounds, we've got k and g sounds, we've got k and g blends, and r words. So what you want to do with your child, you want to model clearly how these sounds are produced. The th, for example, is produced by placing the tongue between the 2 teeth and letting the ear flow gently over the top of the tongue. So you have moth, froth, nothing, and through. S blends, S is a sibling sound, and you really gently run the ear through your teeth, right? S, okay, and so forth. So I hope this activity is going to be of benefit to you as you work with your kids. I want to thank you for joining me today for the reading of The Very Quiet Cricket. Again, it's one of Eric Carle's great, simple but effective storybooks, and we'll be doing another one in the series next time. So I'm glad that you're with us as we do this story, and we'll do another story, and we'll do another worksheet as well. Okay. So until then, have a great day, and God bless.